Hi everyone, we're back again and we're making spinach puffs today. I'm really excited about this one. This is one of Ed's favorite recipes, so
one of my favorite.
Hopefully we can entice you to try it too.
First, we're gonna have the puff pastry. That's the
pre-made kind.
Because homemade stuff is really difficult to do, and it's better just to do that. It's literally folding butter over and over again in pastry. I don't recommend it. Just get that stuff. It's fine. It tastes the same. So we have the puff pastry, and that's the puff part in the spinach, spinach puffs. And obviously we have a bag of baby spinach here. We've taken off the, what are you called?
Stems?
Yeah, the stems. Taken off the stems, and then we roughly chopped it. We have about 4 ounces of cream cheese here. That's about half of that block you get at the store. We have 4 ounces of feta. We have some Parmesan right here, right? And we're just going to put about 2-3 ounces of that in there, maybe a little less than that. Who knows? We'll just
if you do too much, it gets too rich.
Yeah, it gets too much. We got some garlic here. We'll put like 2 tablespoons probably. We got some 1 shallot, a hefty shallot we'll do, and finally mince it. We have some like 5 sprigs of dill, I would say. We like it a bit heavy around this house, but
if you don't, you can scale back on it.
Dill as in like dill pickles, and then we got some bacon because we wanted to add bacon to it. Because why not?
3 pieces here that we've made the bacon and then chopped it up.
Yeah. You're going to want like 4 eggs, and that's for later. Obviously, you're not wanting them like this, but we'll say when to use them and when not to use them, that kind of thing. Okay, cool.
We're going to get started.
First, we're going to do the spinach, cook the spinach down and put the herbs and garlic and stuff like that into it, and then we're going to mix the cheese and then mix it all together. Okay, so we have the stove on medium. We got our pan right here, and we're going to just put a little bit of oil. About that much. We're eyeing that. Circle it around kind of thing until it gets hot. This is already a heated pan, so we're just setting it there. We're going to put some shallots in. Put them in there and cook them down. There you go, Ma. And we're going to just cook them down until they become like translucent. And give it time, it'll do that. And it'll just cook, you'll see. Now that they've turned a bit of a whitish color, almost translucent, my mama's going to put in some garlic. This is just some minced garlic. You can chop up your own garlic, but we had this at home. She's going to do about 1.5 tablespoons. That might have been a bit too much, but we like garlic and it's fine. So we're not going to complain about it. So we're going to mix that in until it becomes sort of fragrant smelling. You'll be able to smell it if you're, leading it in and cooking it. And we'll do that for about maybe 30 seconds. Now we're going to put the spinach in, and it's going to look like a lot, but just pour it all in there. It'll get down a little bit. Or not get down. Get down and boogie. No. We're going to clean this up. It's going to be mounted like this, and it'll shrink down in time, and it'll be fine. And also put just a little bit of salt on it. Just a little bit. Or crack some. Like about that much. That's fine. And then just give it some time, let it sit, and let it stew. That's funny. Okay, as you can see, it's starting to shrink. Obviously, this is about halfway, but it'll continue to shrink until it's really, really small. Some pieces are starting to cook more, so we'll just, move them out of the way and get these bigger pieces in there so it'll start to cook down. After this, we'll add the dill in, but that's going to take another minute. Now, as you see right here, it's all shrinked down. There's a bunch of water in here, and it'll cook out and that kind of thing. It's not a big deal if you have a little bit like this. There's not much. I'd say it's like a teaspoon, and that'll cook out. The moisture's fine. I mean, you're going to have a bunch of moisture with the cheeses anyway. So now we're going to put this dill in. We're just going to drip that in there, and don't cook this for very long at all. You're not trying to cook it out or anything like that. You're just trying to incorporate the flavors. So that way it'll be very dilly smelling. Unless you're not a big fan of dill, then leave that dill out. But trust me when I say it's good. I like it. So we're going to mix that in. And we're going to go over to the cheese now. Don't forget, like I almost forgot, to season it with pepper and a little bit more salt. Just a little bit. That should be fine, and then mix that in and then be able to take it over. Okay, so we have the spinach here, and I'm going to pour this into here. just so a fair amount. And then Mama's gonna put the cream cheese in there. I'm gonna assist her because she didn't have a thingy and I do, and it doesn't matter because we're gonna use this for the stirring. Feta kind of comes out a bit easier. Then we're gonna take this and we're gonna just eyeball it and shred the amount that we think we need. Let's see this bag of fuzz.
Do you want the bacon in yet?
We'll do that after I'm done shredding the parm.
Okay.
So I'd say, what do you think, Mom, about that?
That's not even 2 ounces, I don't think.
Oh, I can do more.
You can never have too much cheese. We like it cheesy.
Well, you can have too much cheese with this because there is the feta and the cream cheese and the Parmesan. And that's just what I was concerned about. But we do like parm. So now we'll take this. You want to do it or I'll do it?
Okay.
We'll do it. Now, you want to mix it?
Yep.
So she's mixing it around and getting it well incorporated. And while she does that, I was talking about those eggs or whatever. We have a egg yolk, not an egg. We took the egg white out of it. We have the egg yolk. And then you're gonna have 2 or 3 eggs for later, and we'll get to that when we get to that. So this, if it's hot, if the spinach and everything is hot, or warm more accurately, it'll mix with the cold cheeses better and mix around. And then now that she's mostly got that mixed, I'm gonna lop this in here.
But we have been having the cream cheese sit out for a bit, so
yeah,
it was
that and the
soft.
feta. Yeah, that and the feta. But she's mixing in the egg yolk. That's just to try to keep it all together while it waits. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix this around and then we're gonna chill it in the fridge while we prep our puff pastry. Say that 10 times fast. Prep our puff pastry. That's a lot. So what we're gonna do for the puff pastry, first we're gonna sprinkle out a little bit of flour. Keep a little bit of flour everywhere. If you get a little
like
messy,
to make a mess.
Yeah. If you get messy, it's okay. So rub that around a bit. That'll be fine for now.
Okay.
But hold on a minute because we're gonna put it on the other side as well.
And I got this in case I need to hit Shane over the head. Ed over the head.
Yes, we're leaving that in. So you fold it out like this. I don't hold it like how I'm holding it because that's a poor way to hold it. Anyway, we're folding it out and getting rid of this parchment type paper. And we're gonna lay it out like this. And put a little bit more flour on there. Obviously they have the prepackaged flour so it don't stick, but just a fuzz, just a little bit.
Just a fuzz?
Just a fuzz. Whatever that means, but just that. We're gonna roll it out like this. Mom's gonna roll it the long ways. There you go, Mom. Go ahead, roll. And you're just kind of trying to thin it out a little bit.
I think I got a little excited on that one.
Yeah, if it rolls out oblong, it's okay. We're cutting out pieces anyway, so it doesn't matter.
There we go.
But we're going to use all of it anyway, so it's not a big deal.
There. How's that?
So we're going to cut this into like 9 squares possibly, and we'll just cut them. There's a generalized line here. We're going to want to just put a little bit on there. It doesn't make any difference really, but so we're going to go.
Makes a difference to you.
Yeah, it does to me. 1 good line, and then, or 2 good lines. What am I talking about? Anyway.
And then we're going to kind of just try to eyeball it.
Mm-hmm. And it don't have to be perfect. We're not trying to make perfect things. This ain't a perfect world. We ain't perfect people. So this is how it's going to look. So now, after this, we're going to separate these.
Here's our pan, and we've got parchment paper on it.
So what we're going to do is we're going to transfer those parchments, the puffs, onto the parchment paper. And be gentle about it. These are, it's pastry. You don't want to mess it up too much. So we have the mixture right here. It's been chilling in the fridge, and Mom is getting some eggs ready. She's getting 3 eggs, and we're gonna get, if I can find one, I mean, that'll work. One of these babies. These, we're gonna mix around with it, but we gotta beat the eggs first.
So the eggs do a couple of things. 1, it helps us seal these once we put the filling in there, and then 2, when we get ready, right before we put it in the oven, we'll brush it along the top of them, and it makes them the golden brown.
Okay, so we're gonna put a little bit. I suggest we use a spoon probably.
Okay.
Possibly, it'd probably be best to do that. Here you go, Mom.
Is that enough or more?
Yeah. So, I don't know if you can see that, but that's about the amount, and you can put it in any type of shape you want. We're gonna put it, In the honor of The Emperor's New Groove, great movie by the way, we're gonna dab this a little bit. Take a little bit of that, and we're gonna put it on the edges, the two outside edges. And then after doing it on two edges, we're gonna crimp them together. You might want to move the bowl, Mama. And this is gonna, it might break in the oven, and that's okay. Sometimes.
But you want to try to seal it as much as possible.
As much as possible, you're gonna try to pinch it. And like this, we put a little bit too much towards the back end, and that's okay. But like I said, it's gonna bust anyway, and that's okay.
So it's kind of like a cornucopia.
Yeah, cornucopia. And you just pinch it down and press it, pinch it down, press it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's gonna taste the same anyway.
Delicious. Like we said, we're not perfect. Trial and error, and we're learning along with teaching you guys. How's that? You like that sound,
Pinch.
Edward?
That's fine. Sounds all right to me.
Is that better?
See, this one's a bit more better of a seal than this one, but I really tried with this one. You're gonna wanna press it together like you're crimping like crab rangoons or something, and then you're pressing it down into itself, and it'll bulge out like that, but it'll cook just the same. Obviously, this is already cooked, so it don't matter. But like, I'm saying the puff pastry itself will cook the same.
And we're just molding it together and melting the cheeses.
I don't know if y'all saw that, but I just spilled some egg, but we'll clean that up afterwards. All right, so now that we got these done, we have them sealed as best as we can. Obviously, again, it might look great afterwards, it might not, but that's okay. We're gonna eat them and they're gonna taste good. That's the important part. So now that we have that, we have a place in our fridge that is open, and we're gonna set them there for 10 minutes to chill, and then we're gonna pull them back out for the oven. By the way, the oven, we're gonna have it 400 preheating this entire time. We've had that. Sorry, we didn't tell you beforehand, but it's fine. 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we're gonna cook them for like 20 minutes or until golden brown.
And it's only important that they look beautiful if we're having some extravagant party,
Yeah.
but we're not today.
We're not partiers.
All right, now they've been in the refrigerator for 10 minutes. Now we're gonna just brush them really good. It's like a painting, you know? You gotta do it just right. I'm just saying. We've got them all egged up. Now we're gonna put them in the oven for 20 minutes. So we'll be back to show you the finished product.
We're going to take 10 minutes and turn them around in the oven, and then the rest of the 10 minutes let it cook. So out of the 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes.
All right, here is our finished product. We've let it cool 5 to 10 minutes, and now I'm gonna taste it. And I'm picking the biggest one because I want what pick before Shane picks. Very light and fluffy and flaky and spinachy and cheesy. Very, very good. Thanks for watching.